Week 8, the Steelers lost the thriller in their first game against the Ravens. Can Baltimore do it again? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Operating from the gun, McAllister firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McAllister looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Looking to throw. McAllister. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McAllister. Complete here. It's Hyde. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coach. Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter,
he's got a man, complete.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 68 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens.
Ravens in possession. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Come on, baby, let's go!
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Scott. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, McAllister. Looking left side, and it's complete. 20. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats tell us he racked up close to 50 yards after that catch. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. McAllister. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Oh, boy, you ain't got
and
no
in
feet.
for the Ravens touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, McAllister.
He'll get this out wide to Scott.
Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 2nd down. McAllister. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Brings up 2nd and 2. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll keep it on the ground. David. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. We'll check on his status when we get back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. On 2nd down now, David, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Jackson, flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game. Where'd you pull that one from? And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class. And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission. Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game. They'll keep it on the ground. David, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got. On 1st down, David. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back now in Baltimore. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. David, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 74 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, David, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Throwing is Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Steelers
down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Throwing on first down. McAllister firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 51 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll keep it on the ground. David. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McAllister, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. McAllister. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. McAllister. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Scott. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25. And down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover up. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that...